Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Midweek Minutes. I want to start off this week by asking you a question. How's your love life? No, this isn't one of those deceptive YouTube videos trying to draw you in with a misleading title. It's a serious question, and I've asked it because of Sunday's message. The title of our message was Living the Life. We continued our study in the book of Ephesians, and our passage was Ephesians 4:17 to 19. It reads, "With the Lord's authority, I say this, live no longer as the Gentiles do, for they are hopelessly confused. Their minds are full of darkness. They wander far from the life God gives because they have closed their minds and hardened their hearts against Him. They have no sense of shame. They live for lustful pleasure and eagerly practice every kind of impurity." Living the life. I once had a friend who told me, if you're going to be a bear, be a grizzly, which basically means whatever you put your hands to, go all in. Be the best at it that you can be. Now I'm sitting in my garden, and if you're like me, I name the gardens in my yard. This is succulent garden. And a succulent is a plant that's hardy, that's able to store water because they're sometimes in high, dry conditions, and the soil isn't really suitable for them to maintain their proper amount of water. So they're able to store up water and thrive. I like succulents because they're pretty much low maintenance, although they do require love and attention. Now, we live in a dry and thirsty land. And we have to be able to store up the water of the Word so that we can live the life. I remember another garden in the Bible. It was Adam. He was in the garden. And if you recall, God gave him the responsibility of naming the living things. Now, there's three things we can glean from Adam naming these living things. One, naming them gave them meaning. Two, naming them gave him an awesome responsibility. And three, naming them gave the namer and the namee purpose. Now, we have an awesome responsibility to live that life. But it has to start with God, because living that life is about loving. That's why I asked you, how's your love life? The Bible tells us that God is love. And we have to develop our relationship with God in order to be able to truly love. Now, I have children, and you may have children or people that you love. And as much as I love my children out of relationship, it's a relationship with God that truly teaches me how to love my children. Now, today is the first day of school. And yesterday, my wife and I sat my children down and we had a talk. Now, the roads won't be busy, but the superhighway will be, because the children will be conducting their classes through distance learning online. And we gave them the spiel about being responsible, about being sure to have a plan to be successful, not just to get good grades, but to grow and develop. But the key thing I said to them, I'm committed to your growth and development. And why did I say that? I said that because of my love for them. In the same way, it's because of our love. First, our love for God that opens our minds to not be hopelessly confused, but to desire the life that God has called us to. It requires us to love ourselves, to want to grow and develop, and to draw closer to God. And it requires a love for others to grow and develop and to be all that God has called them to be. So you see, living the life starts with love. So I pose the question again. How's your love life? Thank you for joining me for another edition of Midweek Minutes. And I hope to see you again next week. God bless you.